Hello, here's me without a head for the first time in a while. I'm gonna teach you how to play that Star Treatment song the way I was playing it in that previous video. Um, I kind of forget how I learned it. I just kind of knew it from like 2 years ago. I can't remember where I learned it from, so I'm just gonna try and teach it from memory. So you got your capo on your eighth fret, and for future reference, uh, this is gonna be like open string. They're all open strings. I'm not gonna say 8, 9, 10. It's gonna be 0, 1, 2. Gotcha? Great, let's go. So the first phrase is the intro where it's. So for that one, it's this weird chord. You got your middle finger on the second fret of the A, and then the D, G, and B are all open strings, and then you've got your ring finger on the second fret of the high E, and you don't play the low E string. So you can kind of mute that with the top of your middle finger there. So that's the first chord. I don't know what any of these chords are called. They're all weird chords. So it's this one. Second chord is, it's like a B flat bar chord kind of thing. You probably know that already, but if you don't, it's first finger on the first fret of the A, and then you're gonna have the D, G, and B strings covered with your ring finger. And some people play it like that, whatever way you want to play it. And then you mute the low E string with your index finger there. So the first chords are, and the next chord, I just play, it's like a G chord. So third fret of the E, second fret of the A, and I just let all the other strings ring out. And you kind of do it, it's like staccato, you just like, and you mute it then with your hand. So that whole first phrase is, alright. So then after that bit, so I'll go straight into that one then. So I play, it's like kind of like an A, it's an A major chord, but you bar all the strings down. So you have open D, second fret on the G, second fret of the B, second fret of the E, and they're all barred. And then you don't play the E or the A string, the high E or the low E. Sorry, you don't. So you can mute the top two strings. Then you have this chord, which is open D, second fret of the G, first fret of the B, open E, and then you just play that once, and then you put your ring finger down on the second fret of the high E. So that would be. So all together, slowly. So that's the intro bit, and that happens a couple of times, I think. And then the main verse is like. And in my video, I didn't play it like that because I couldn't concentrate on the picking and singing at the same time. So if you want to do that, or if you want to, and I didn't tell you the second chord yet, I know, but here we go. So it's our first chord you learned, and the second chord. That's open A, second fret of the D, open G, second fret of the B, and open high E. So it's being with strokes. Now look at the mission made me make. Hitchhiking with a monogram suitcase, miles away from any. Then you go to that intro, one of those intro chords, or just like that A again with the all the way barred down. imaginary highway. That's the whole verse. Deep space. Oh, so that's all the verses, and then the chorus. It goes from that. So let's get into that chorus then. It's like a B minor bar chord. So second fret. I don't know how to explain a bar chord really. Second fret of the A, fifth fret, and fifth fret of the D and G, sixth fret of the B, and then your finger should be barred all the way down to the second fret of the E from the first finger. I don't know if that makes sense. You should know your bar chords anyway. So this, who you gonna call? Then back to this chord, the second chord in the verse, which is open A, second fret, open, second fret, open. Who you gonna call? Then this is like kind of tricky bit to sing. The mighty police. And these are all the chords that you've already learned, so it's not too difficult, but it's just the changing in between and if you're singing as well. So it's that B chord, that A chord, down, 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 and that's that verse, the end of the verse chord, which is the open D, second fret of the G, first fret of the B, open E, that we've already learned. And then back to that G with all the open strings. So it's the third fret of the E, second fret of the A that you learned in the intro. So if you do it really slowly, it's like, who you gonna call? The Martini Police. And then back to that B flat, back to the G. I hope you can see that now, and I hope I explained those chords decently enough, because I'm not really a guitar teacher, but I had a couple of comments asking how to play it, but and they're weird chords as well, like I don't really know what they're called or anything, I just like kind of know how to play them. And yeah, that's basically the whole song, like that is the whole song actually. So yeah, enjoy, play around, let me know if you have any questions.